What's up, YouTube? Team Lex here today. I want to talk about the Order 1886 sequel and my wish list for it. What I'd like to see improved upon the game that Order 1886 can improve upon, because I thought the game was overall okay from what I see. I haven't actually played the game myself, but I watched a walkthrough. I feel like if I play the game in real life, I would probably get the same experience as I would just by watching someone else play it. So I feel like the game has a lot of repetitive moments, especially with the gunfights and fighting the werewolves. So that's a thing they can improve on. Mix up the combat here and there. Yeah, and speaking of werewolves, I would like to see more of their mythology. Same with the vampires, because they introduced us to vampires, but we never really got to face any of them, which kind of was like, whoa, okay. So that's probably gonna happen in the sequel if they do make one. Which makes me wonder when that game's actually gonna come out. It's probably gonna come out like what, 3 or 4 years from now, which sucks. But hey, you know, that's thing about games, right? They take such a long time to make. So more lichens and more vampires, more action with it, and no repetitive combat, honestly. Because every time we encounter lichens, we're always, you shoot them, and then when they're down, you knife them in the heart or whatever. Or when you're fighting one of the big alpha werewolves, you do those quick time events, which gets kind of annoying. We didn't even get to fight a vampire. We knew the main villain was a vampire, but it turns out we don't even get to fight him in the end. That kind of sucks, but hey, what are you gonna do? And less looking at things and just picking up random objects. I mean, what's the point? I know, yeah, the graphics are amazing and stuff like that, but really, what's the point of just turning things and looking at it from the side? Sure, if you're like really in depth with the game, you want to know about the history of this alternate universe, alternate world, go ahead. But overall, to me, that's just kind of boring. And maybe some co-op campaign. You know, it seems like there's a lot of times where you have a partner in the Order 1886. Why not make a double co-op campaign? If you're not going to introduce like competitive multiplayer or something like that, or an extra game mode, might as well, you know, if your friends along for the ride, if your friends at home, so you want to play the Order 1886 online, at least make a co-op campaign. That's all I could say. If you still want to keep it as a narrative story instead of like a full-length shooter, like let's say Gears of War, for instance, that has multiplayer and an extra game mode, stuff like that. That's just me. And get rid of those black bars on the top and bottom of the screen. I feel like those are a bit annoying. I know they're trying to give it that cinematic feel, but I really think it's quite distracting and in the way, especially when you're in those cover shooter moments when you're fighting the enemies, because then it messes up your vision here and there, knowing where the enemies are going to pop up. So that's how I feel about those black bars. They really should get rid of those. I don't understand why they're there. Make it less linear. Have like narrow, different paths, because I don't like linear games. You know, I feel like it's a bit redundant, I would say, because I think games should expand. I'm not saying there shouldn't be, it should not strictly have never have linear moments, but I mean, let us explore around. You know, find maybe different routes to the destination at hand. You know, that's how I feel about it. But if they want to keep the game linear, go right ahead. It's not really a big deal. And less quick time events. That's all I gotta say. I don't feel like, I mean, if you're gonna make, I don't want to be part of the cutscene. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to be like, oh, I gotta press this button before I die, that type of thing. I mean, some quick time events are cool, but like when you should have made it a cutscene. I don't know. What do you guys think? I really don't. What else do you think would you like to see added into the Order 1886 sequel? I mean, this game, I liked it. I like the gameplay. I love the graphics. I like the story. So it wasn't that bad in my opinion. I mean, of course, it left a big cliffhanger at the end. I won't say cliffhanger. Of course, they opened up to a sequel, so they're expecting this to be a big franchise, I guess. I don't know what they're gonna call the next game, but it's definitely gonna be an interesting turn. It definitely has its twists here and there, so I like that part. So, like I said, the graphics was good. I thought the gameplay was fine. You know, it's definitely brutal. That's some brutal combat. Just take out less quick time events. Maybe make the game less linear. Make us explore more of what the Order is all about. Take out the black bars, co-op campaign, and less looking around at things, and more vampires and lichens within the game. That's all I want in the sequel. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. What would you like to see in the Order 1886 sequel? And like, subscribe, more content to me on the Order and other games in general. I'm Lex. I'll see you in the future.